All right, here's a big development coming in. The Varanasi court is all set to hear the Gyanvapi case shortly from now. All eyes on the biggest legal faith fight. The plea demands for worship of that Hindu idol, which they've claimed to have found inside the Gyanvapi Mosque, and also for protection of that Hindu symbols. In fact, a debate over whether this case or a plea from the Hindu side asking for worship within that Gyanvapi Mosque complex, saying that there is Hindu religious significance, there are Hindu idols inside. That itself, whether this is maintainable in the court of law or not, that's exactly what the district court will first decide on, whether the court is in the jurisdiction to take up a plea which may be in defiance of the 1991 Places of Worship Act. This is what the Muslim side has claimed, that any plea on such grounds being entertained is a complete defiance of the Places of Worship Act 1991. Now, the District Court of Varanasi all set to see if this plea by the Hindu side is indeed maintainable or not. Abhishek Mishra, who's reporting live from Varanasi, for more on that. Abhishek, here's a big verdict that should come out, a big decision from the court on whether or not they can actually take up this case further. The Hindu plea asking for worship at the Gyanvapi Mosque complex because they believe large Hindu religious significance for them. They want to pray at that mosque premises, and they also ask for protection of some of those symbols. The Muslim side saying this is in complete defiance of the Places of Worship Act 1991. So the court today will be deciding on the maintainability of this plea in the first place. Can they take it up or can they not? This is going to be the focus today in court. What's to be expected in moments from now?
Well, certainly, Nabila, and this hearing is going to be very important, as we have been discussing in terms of the maintainability of the suit. And the district judge has already taken a look at all the documents and the reports which have been submitted to him. The hearing is all set to begin. We are just outside the district courts here in Varanasi. Both the petitioners and the advocates, they are there in the courtroom, and district court judge has also arrived in the courtroom. So the hearing is just about to begin, and importantly, as it is all about the maintainability first, whether this whole case stands as per the constitutional thing, and specifically which has been said by the Muslim petitioners that it is a violation of the 1991 Religious Space Act. So that is something which is the first focus, and if the court decided to go ahead with it, they feel that there is a need to listen, and it is not just going to be a one-liner or a one paragraph thing. It's going to take some time because the judge would like to hear both the sides. He would also be looking at the reports which have been submitted, what are the substantial evidences they have, what are the things have come into the consideration as far as the survey is also concerned, and all those things will then will signify whether the petition which has been filed by the Muslim side is valid or not. So that is the main thing, and yes, it remains to be seen what because as far as the hearing is concerned, today is the day one in the district court. So it remains to be seen what kind of action as far as the legality is concerned, the judge will decide. But certainly a big day, and the court.
So Abhishek, yeah, of course, quite naturally a huge day for people who are really waiting to see if they are going to be allowed inside that mosque premises to worship the idols that they claim to have found, and also for the Muslim side who believe that this is an absolute violation of the law. Now, apart from the maintainability issue, will the district judge today also review the survey report?
Yes, certainly, Nabila, and it is, as I said, I did told earlier that maintainability of the suit will depend on a lot of things, which the Vishnu Jain, when he was speaking to us, has also spoken about it. It's not just going to be a one-liner verdict. It will take time. The judge would like to hear. And what the update we are just now getting, that in this case, the Hindu side advocates, Subhash Nandan, Vishnu Jain, they are inside the premises. And also, there is also one more thing, that one petition which has been filed by the Mahant of Kashi Vishwanath claiming to have another Shivalinga that is below on the ground floor of the Vajukhana area. So that petition is also being is under the hearing. That is also we are getting to know, and this will also remains to see whether the judge would reject this petition which the Mahant has filed, or will would like to hear it. So that is also one more thing which is also very important. And these three petitioner women who filed the petition of removing the wall, and they were demanding to have a survey, that will also be heard. So first of all, yes, the maintainability of the case, that is one priority. And of course, all these evidences, all these reports which have been filed, because earlier 2 days back only, all the related documents were transferred from the civil court to the district court to the judge. And at the same time, he has already had a look upon so far development, what has been there. But listening to both the sides, and then depending on the arguments, will certainly determine what will be the stance of this case is concerned. And as far as the maintainability suit, which the Muslim side has filed the petition, that is one thing which will be the primary focus first of all. Yes.
All right, so we know that this case or the suit was pending at the civil court after the Supreme Court intervened, asking that a more senior judge must take up this case. Now the district court or the district court judge has the huge responsibility of pronouncing on whether this plea by the Hindu side to survey the mosque complex is indeed maintainable or not. So a large responsibility and all focus on the district judge undoubtedly. But we're looking at some of the visuals here that we found, Abhishek, and you've been tracking those developments. As part of the survey, we believe that the survey has found some significant symbols extensively linking to the Hindu religion. This is the Kashi Vishwanath premises in the first place, and there's a lot of significance of Lord Shiva that they claim to have found at the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. Now, you spoke about the second Shivling. Give us an understanding, where is the second Shivling that's been found? And we hear that this has no dispute. There's no debate on whether this is a Shivling or a fountain. It very clearly shows and signifies that that is indeed a Shivling that was found in the lower basement, is it? Also stress on the number of other symbols that the survey committee have found as part of their survey.
Well, absolutely, Nabila. As far as the survey is concerned, for the day 1, 2, 3, 3-day survey went for the second time when the court commissioner, along with his subordinate, was conducting the survey, and the report which later came out clearly signifies the references, the signatures, the marking, and of course that Shivalinga which has been claimed by the Hindu side that it is actually a Shivalinga, and Muslim side now saying that it's indeed a fountain. So that is an argument. But this new petition which we have been telling you from the side of Mahant Dr. Kulpati Tiwari, he is saying that just under the basement there is a Shivling and it was accessible back then. And he showed us the photographs, he showed us the evidences. He said that there is a wall, there is a stone wall which has now been closed. So he wants that the Shivalinga, and he's also saying that that particular Shivling is also, Nandi. The Nandi is also facing towards it. So that is indeed again one of the, evidence of one of the signatures which he is giving. But it all depends on the court. It all depends on the district court and the judge whether he would like to take this petition right now or not. And when we spoke to the Mahant, he was very confident, producing a lot of evidences, has also shown us some of the photographs and saying that it has always been a part of that particular premises. And Baba Vishwanath is the, holder of this whole premises, of this whole property, and that temple and that Shivling which he is claiming has always existed back then. So that is what is now the other petition which has been filed. But importantly, this whole survey, getting the report, all these significant markings, all these observation which was made earlier is a clear indication about as far as the status is concerned. And first, after hearing from both the sides, it will be a first of our primary concern whether the case is maintainable or not. But with the time which has been taken and all those things has been taken into consideration as far as this hearing is concerned, we can certainly say there is so much to discuss, so much to talk about, and the judge would definitely like to have a look all these arguments, and then will be that will again determine whether the court will decide to go ahead with the hearing or there is something more time the court wants to take
Right.
as
So,
far as
of
all
course,
these
the
reports
focus
and
is
evidence
on
are
the
concerned.
district judge who's going to be announcing whether or not the court is within its jurisdiction to take up this plea or not. Reactions on the same coming in after just moments earlier to the district court taking up this matter. Let's have a listen.
यह भी सत्य है। माननीय न्यायालय पहले यह जो याचिका है, यह जो निर्णय हुआ है, पहले सिद्ध तो हो कि मतलब कि शिवलिंग है या फवारा है। इसका और अगर दर्शन पूजन का अधिकार मानते हैं तो सब माननीय न्यायालय पर अधीन है। माननीय न्यायालय जो भी निर्णय देगा वह हमें शिरधार्य होगा। हम न्यायालय के न्यायपालिका को सम्मान करने वाले लोग